Hi. Welcome to yoga. Come to a comfortable seat on your mat. Let's start. We're going to have kind of the left leg crossed over in front. So whether you're kind of sitting Indian style or half lotus, you'll have kind of that left leg in front. So feel grounded through the sits bone. Sit up nice and tall. Let's take the arms shoulder height. And then allow the palms to rotate so that they face up. And then draw those pinkies back. So this really puts beautiful alignment in the spine here. Just draws the shoulders back. Allows you to sit up nice and tall. And now slip the palms back, face down. And take your right palm in. And then the eye gaze over the left hand. Feeling a stretch through the neck. Breathe. And then the other side. So take the left hand in, right fingertips out, and take the eye gaze over the right fingertips. Breathing. Beautiful. And bringing the hand back in, head back to neutral, and now both hands back out. Flip the palms up and then draw those pinkies back. Beautiful. So sit up nice and tall here. And now allow the hands to float down onto the knees. Allow the eyes to softly close. Just taking a couple moments here to find stillness. And bringing your awareness to the breath. Bringing the hands to heart center. Take one more nice inhale through the nose. And then the exhale, open the eyes. Beautiful. So bringing the hands on the ground in front of you and begin to walk the fingertips away from you. So as you are coming forward, you're going to sit back into the hips. So keep your sits bones grounded. And you may start feeling a nice stretch through the outer part of the hips. You'll probably feel a little bit more of a stretch in the left hip if that's kind of the leg that's crossed in front. So breathing here. You know, if it's available, you can come down onto your elbows, but wherever you're at, you're kind of sitting back into the hips. So you don't want to be rolling forward onto the knees. So we want to feel a nice stretch to the hips here. So breathe, just kind of relax the head. And then from here, we're going to begin to walk the fingertips over to the left side. Again, just relaxing the crown of the head down. And then you can walk the right fingertips a little bit more and feel a nice stretch along the right side body. Breathe. So sitting into the right hip as well, trying to keep the right hip planted. Beautiful. So begin to walk the fingertips back to the center and over to the right side. So walking the fingertips over and then stretch the left fingertips, walking them over a little bit more. Feeling that stretch along the left side body. Relax the crown of the head down. Bring the chin toward the chest. Breathe. And walking the fingertips back to the center. Inhale, lift the chest up and walk the fingertips back toward you. And then take the hands behind you. The fingertips can be facing, kind of facing the front of the room. And then inhale, just lift the chest, press the knees down, and create a small arch in the back. Breathing here.
Beautiful. If it feels nice, you can actually start to lift the hips up, leaving the knees down. Breathe. And then release the hips if they're up. And then uncross the legs and cross the other one in the front. So whichever way they were across, just uncross, cross them the other way. So again, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take the arms out again. Flip the palms up, draw the pinkies back. Beautiful. Just feel how that kind of realigns the back. Breathe. Beautiful. So drop the hands back down. And now we're going to, again, walk the fingertips forward. Feeling a stretch to the hips, probably a little bit more on the other side this time. Breathing here. Relax the crown of the head down. So stay grounded through the hips and through the sits bone. So if you notice that you're starting to roll over onto the knees, just back off a little ways. Breathe here. Beautiful. On your inhale, come up and walking it back in. So from here, we're going to come onto all fours. So shifting into a tabletop position. The knees are about hip width distance apart. And we're just going to create a little bit of movement into the body with some big circle hips. So sitting back toward one hip and then roll around, big circles up and over the wrist. And really just creating a lot of movement here, whatever feels good. Just stretching through the body. You'll take it around 3 times one way, and then take it 3 times in the circle the other way. And then when you're done, we'll meet back in center. And then take a little look over your right shoulder and looking back at the right hip and draw the right hip forward. So we're crunching the right side body and creating length in the left side. And then the other side. So looking over that left shoulder, draw the left hip forward. Breathe here. So creating a lot of space this time in the right side body. Breathe and release. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Inhale, soften the belly, lift the heart. Draw the shoulders back. And on your exhale, round the back, press the ground away from you, relax the crown of the head down. Really trying to feel a stretch through the upper back here. Draw the navel in. And then inhale, belly drop. So relax the belly down, draw the shoulders back. And then on your exhale, round. But going with your own breath and movement here. And then we'll meet back in table. Beautiful. So let's flip the toes under, the curling toes under. Walk the hands a little forward, coming up into your tabletop, and begin to pedal off your feet. So once you've kind of stretched the legs a bit, actively press both heels to the ground, pressing the chest toward the thighs. Breathe. Beautiful. So lifting the right leg up, draw the knee into the chest and the foot in between the hands. We're going to come into a low lunge. The back knee can drop down. And then just rocking back and forth through the hips here. And then we're going to come into our low lunge. So if you need to walk the toes a little bit out, just so that the knee is in line with the ankle. And then you can keep both hands on the ground, or like bringing the hands to the knees. Breathing here. Again, if you want, you can raise the hands up. So wherever you are, but keeping the hips sinking forward, feeling a beautiful stretch in the hip flexor. If the arms are up, relax the shoulders down. Breathe. Beautiful. Bringing the hands back down onto the earth. Keep your left hand planted and take that right arm behind you. And if it's in your practice, lift the back knee up. Breathe. Beautiful. Release the back knee, bringing the hand back to frame the foot and bringing the knee back into your tabletop. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to bend our elbows, bringing the chest to the ground. So keep the elbows tucked in, chest to the ground, and then come into a baby cobra. And then relax down. And press yourself back up into table. We're going to go back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, draw them back. Pedal through the feet. Beautiful. Then actively press both heels toward the ground. Even if they're not touching, that's okay. Just pressing down, lifting those hips up. Press the chest toward the thighs. Lift the left leg up this time. Bend that knee. Draw in as close as you can to the chest and bring the foot in between the hands. Lower that back knee. Then into our low lunge. We're going to shift the hips back and forth. So once you've kind of created a bit of a stretch in the hips there, then we're going to keep it forward in our low lunge. Walk those toes forward if you need to. And then the hands can stay on the ground. Just be mindful that if they're on the ground, the chest is still nice and wide. So nice wide collarbones. And the hands to the thighs or maybe up by the ears. Breathing, sinking into the front leg there. Beautiful stretch in that hip flexor. Relax the shoulders down. The hands are up. Breathe. Beautiful. So the hands come back to the earth. Right hand on the ground. The left arm stretches behind. We lift the back knee. Breathe. Breathing here. One more breath. Bringing the hand back forward. Drop the knee. And bring the foot back to your tabletop. Open the knees nice and wide. Sit back onto the heels. And then walk the hands forward, stretching the front of the body, the upper body nice and long, forehead to the mat. Nice deep breathing. Beautiful. Begin to lift the chest, walk the hands back. And we're going to come to lying down. So go ahead and just bring the feet out from one side and come to lying down. So bend both knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the earth. And then kind of curl the tailbone under. Get a nice lower, or let's say flatten the lower back on the ground here. Just feel how that tailbone is scooped. And then lift the feet up, knees into the chest, and then rock from side to side. Give yourself a little massage on the lower back there, slightly tuck your chin. Beautiful. So extend the left toes out and down. Interlace your fingers around the right knee Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale and draw the knee in. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. And continue breathing. Each exhale, you're drawing the knee in. And then slowly release the knee. You can allow it to stretch up toward the sky and then just let it gently float down to meet the other leg. Breath and movement here, nice controlled movements. Now bring the left knee in, interlace the fingers just below the knee, tuck the chin, inhale. And then exhale, drawing the knee in. Feet are flexed here. Beautiful. So continue breathing. Each exhale, just giving a little bit more of a squeeze, drawing that knee in. Beautiful. So the leg extends up and floats back down to meet the other. Bending the knees. Lifting the feet up, soles of the feet toward the sky, and then bringing the hands on the outside of the calves, ankles, or maybe the bottom of the feet for a happy baby. So happy baby, the knees draw out. So widen the knees, press the tailbone down, slightly tuck that chin again, trying to get the back of the neck onto the earth. And you're drawing the knees down toward the earth as you're kind of pressing the feet up. Beautiful, breathe. Draw the knees to the earth. Now allow the knees to come together, feet together. And bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Actually, go ahead and allow them to be about hip width distance apart. Bring the arms down by the side body. The forearms are on the ground. See if you can maybe touch the fingers to the ankles. Now we are going to again you're going to tuck that tailbone so that the lower back is nice and flat on the mat, and then continue lifting the hips up. So lifting the hips up, and then press down through the soles of the feet, nice and even, and lift up toward the thighs. So lifting the thighs up to the sky. Press down through the forearms, press down through the soles of the feet, especially those big toe mounds. Lift the chest, lift the thighs, breathe. And then release, nice and slow. One vertebra at a time here. Rock the pelvis forward, creating space in the lower back there from the mat. And then you're tucking the tailbone under, flattening the lower back onto the ground, and then continue lifting very slowly, lifting the hips up off the ground. Press down through the soles of the feet. If you want to interlace the fingers below, creating a bit more of an arch in the spine when you do that. So if that feels good, so lift those thighs up to the sky, lifting the chest, breathe. Press down through the soles of the feet. Press those forearms down. Lift the hips up. Release. Nice and slow. And bring the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Rock side to side. Beautiful. Allow the feet to come onto the earth. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then press the right knee away from you. So you may be feeling a nice stretch in your outer thigh. So you can stay here, or you can lift that left foot off the ground. Continue pressing this right knee away from you and clasp the hands around the thigh. So depending on where you are and how it's feeling in that outer thigh, you can, continue kind of drawing that left knee in towards you, but always keeping that right knee pressing away. So breathe. Foot is either on the ground or up in the air. Feeling a nice, just gentle stretch in that right outer thigh. Breathe. If the foot is up, lowering it down. Uncross. Take it to the other side. So so the left ankle crossed over the right knee, and then press that left knee away from you. So if you can begin to feel that stretch here in the thigh. And if you can take it further, you're lifting the right foot up off the ground. Keep the left knee pressing away from you. Interlace the fingers around the thigh and draw the thigh in towards you. Breathe. One more nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale, release. Uncross the leg. We're going to come into our final twist here. Take the arms out shoulder distance. The feet can stay on the floor, or if you like to lift them up, they can come about, making a 90-degree angle with the legs, and then allow the knees to fall to the right. So the knees were falling over. Keep the shoulders grounded. Breathe here. The eye gaze may be able to go to the other side of the room. Close the eyes, relax. Bringing the head back to neutral. The knees come up through center, allowing them to fall to the other side. Shoulders are grounded. Eye gaze the opposite direction if it's comfortable. Close the eyes and breathe. The head comes back to neutral. Knees back up to center. Soles of the feet onto the earth. Bring the hands onto the belly. Allow the knees to open. And the inhale, the belly rises. And the exhale, the belly relaxes.
Using your hands, draw the knees back together. Take the feet mat width distance apart. Keep the soles of the feet on the ground so the knees are still bent. And just kind of heel toe the feet out to the side of the mat. So wide feet here. And then allow your knees to just come together. So breathing here. Allow the palms to be face up. So bring the arms down by the side, palms face up. So you can stay here if this feels nice, or extend the legs out into Shavasana. And thank you for carving out a little bit of time for yourself. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Such a beautiful practice and just time to spend on your own, creating a bit of peace and stillness in your life. So as you continue to breathe and relax, just bringing your awareness to the body, and just feeling connected to the earth.